All right. Hey, everybody. Hello. Hello. It's Monday night and welcome to the Team Up Monday Night Zoom. We've been gathering together on Monday night for 27 years. Every single Monday night for 27 years. Used to be just a phone call and then it was Zoom. And just love being with you on every Monday night. It's like a family reunion and the numbers are growing. And I'm so excited because we got a new month that we're going to talk about. And before we get into the new month and the new incentives, we're going to visit with a very, very, very special lady. I'm going to tell you all about her. Her name is Leala Dunn. She's a brand new 24 Club NMD. Now you can make NMD, and that's huge. But when you're an NMD and very quickly 24 Club NMD, you've got something going on. Okay. All right. So here, let me tell you. I met Leala Dunn very briefly about a year ago at Q School. It was like, oh, hi, I liked your program, Terry. Thank you, thank you. And then we got to spend some time together at the Camelback Spa in Phoenix in the spring. And Leala, she just touched my heart in a big way. And I knew that I wanted everybody under the Team Up umbrella to get to know her because she is rising up, this girl. All right, so Leala Dunn, brand new 24 Club NMD. She comes from Florida. Okay, she's a Florida girl. She loves the beach. Photographer extraordinaire. All right, is mom, daughter, Kira, correct? 17 years old. And Kira is a major part of her story. I think Kira's presence in her life is what propelled her through this marketing plan. Her motto for her team is lead with love. Maybe that's a clue right there as to why she's 24 Club. And I think that duplicates down, lead with love. And what I learned about her today is that she's a dream keeper. If you share your dreams with her, she's not going to let you forget. And here's a woman who says a lot with very few words. So Leala, if you want to unmute yourself, welcome to the Team Up call. It's my honor and privilege to have you here. It's all yours. Tell us your story, who you are, and just bless us with your presence.
Thank you so much, Terry. And wow, Team Up, you have such a wonderful leader. I was so thrilled when she asked me to come and do this call for you all, because I thank you, Terry. And I give you credit as part of my achievement in your teaching at Q School. And I'll get to that in my story, for helping me scale that from Q to NMD. And I'm just so thankful for you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm just thankful that I get to be here with all of you tonight. So here's my story. I met my sponsor, Lisa Radici, at a networking event, and she was explaining Juice Plus with bright colored posters. And I wish it made sense, but it did not. I was like, where's the juice? There is no juice. This does not make any sense to me. And at that time, I was actually working 3 jobs, and I am a single mother, recently divorced. I really felt like a failure. I felt like a failure to my daughter. I felt like a failure to my parents. I felt like a failure to my church family, and a failure to God. I felt like I was suffering with so much stress. And I was in 2 car accidents back to back, nothing major, but I did have whiplash. And because of that, I was suffering from migraines, and they were pretty bad. My daughter also had eczema. She was tearing at her skin in the night. We would go to the beach, and it was actually embarrassing because she would say, Mama, why is this happening to me? And I felt helpless as a mom. Like, I had tried everything short of a steroid cream and nothing was working. So I did meet Lisa at that event, and fortunately for her, she got my number and she followed up. And she offered me the Healthy Starts program. And of course I said yes, because I love free. So I was a customer first. And Lisa may have been surprised when I wanted to cancel my order 4 months later. But she didn't act like it. She actually gave me an exit survey. If you've seen these, they're just like a experience survey. And that was the first time I really realized what Juice Plus could do. But I canceled my order anyway. And I ate all of my Juice Plus because I paid for it, and pretty much half of my daughter's because I wasn't consistent with her either. And when I finally ran out, my headaches came back. And I thought about that survey, and I was like, maybe there's something in this is helping me, because I couldn't remember having a headache since well, maybe 4 months ago. So I decided to call up Lisa and say, hey, is this the type of thing maybe I could share it to cover the cost of my order? Because I canceled mainly for financial reasons. And of course, she said yes. And I started as a partner. I made that second promotion pretty quickly just by doing a couple of events. I did some with my church family and some with my artist family. And I remember that Lisa was relentless about inviting to events. So I went to Padgett's Boot Camp in Georgia, and my first conference was in Nashville, Tennessee. And I got there early, and there was like a Gen X reception where I could actually meet Jay Martin. So, I had to be there. I wanted to meet the guy that invented this company. So I got there early and I asked him, I said, Jay, what's the one thing you're most proud of with this company you built? And he said to me, well, it's something we're not done. We're not finished yet doing. It's something we're still doing. And that's helping as many people as possible realize their dreams. That was the first time I realized I could dream bigger. Like I could probably do more if I wanted to. And this realizing our dreams really unlocked something even in my mind. Like, this is what I'm going to talk about tonight is a vision realized. Like, what is your vision today of where you could be at the end of the year? Let's just talk 90 days. Where do you think you could be? And how do you think this incentive that we have at our fingertips, how could it impact you? So for me, I just had a small dream. I wanted to move closer to my grandmother. I just couldn't afford the rent to live in that neighborhood because I lived in a bad neighborhood. I lived in an area that I told my daughter that the gunshots at night were fireworks. Okay, it was not a safe situation. She was 7 years old when I started this business. She's 17 today. So we were able to do that. I was like, I'm just going to share more Juice Plus. And we were able to move to where I live now, which is much safer area and was closer to my grandmother at the time. My grandmother started eating Juice Plus at age 90. She ate it until she was 95. And I tell you, this product is good for everyone from womb to tomb. Because for me, my migraines went away. For my daughter, her eczema greatly improved. I can't say cure, but I can tell when she doesn't eat her Juice Plus. It's definitely evident, and she knows her nutrition counts when it comes to her skin. And for my grandmother, she used to have these outlandish stories that she was making up, and we would open up the capsules, put them in her smoothie. She would eat it with a complete shake throughout the day, and those stories went away. Well, that was before the cognitive function study. And of course, my migraines were before I knew about the inflammation studies and even your skin that's related to inflammation as well. So now we have science to back up why we were experiencing, those results. And so I was just so thankful for this because it was an answer for so many things. And kids, they never get less expensive. If you guys have kids, you know this, they just need more. So she needed a tutor, and I found someone within our beautiful community that offered to tutor in my home. And I remember telling her, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this, but I'll just share more Juice Plus. And I did. And I was able to pay for my tutor for my daughter, and she started getting better grades. And then I remember her needing braces, and I was in the orthodontist office. My cheeks were burning as they were telling me how much these braces were going to cost. And I thought, as I left the office, I'll just go inspire more team. And I did. And I fully paid for those braces. And I remember getting a letter in the mail from my daughter. She wrote it at the orthodontist office, and it said, "Dear Mama, thank you for my beautiful smile." And I had tears at the mailbox opening this for my daughter. And that's priceless things that you can do with this business. It is a vehicle. So my daughter never was a reason not to do this business. It was always a vehicle to achieve more. And so every promotion that we had was a celebration. We always had goals and things that we would do when we got our next promotion. So for QNMD, we got matching laptops. That was a really big deal. MacBooks, so we love them. And with my NMD, we went on a priceless mother-daughter retreat that I will never forget, that really drew us closer together as a family. And I also want to tell you a little bit about my parents. They're a very loving couple. They were skeptical. Anybody have skeptic family members? Okay, so you can relate. My parents did not buy Juice Plus for me for 2 years. I dragged them to the Tampa conference and that changed everything. So if you can get their butts to Charlotte, it will help. So my mom decided at that point to join my team, and my mom was also suffering with like memory issues and just forgetting what day of the week it was, where keys were, or her appointments. And I said, Dad, please just get her on Juice Plus. Please help her eat more Juice Plus. And she didn't buy it from me. She bought it from my nanny, my nanny that didn't eat it. You're like, this is the crazy stuff behind the scenes that you don't think about happening, but it happens. And so I went out to Texas to see her, and they had them in giant mason jars. And I was like, wow, everything really is bigger in Texas. Where'd you get this Juice Plus? And I was like, Mom, I think that's expired. I'm like, look at the color. It doesn't look right. I'm like, I think you need to really just invest in Juice Plus for yourself. And she did. And her mind came back. Like, she got her memory back. And now they joined my team. My mom was a key part of my promotion to NMD. And she was a key leg that I really needed. And she travels now in Europe with my dad, living on a sailboat, and she remembers everything. And it's unbelievable that she's been a part of this mission now, and she's one of my greatest advocates. There have been multiple parties I've had where no one shows up, it's just me and my mom. And I'm like, well, we're going on Facebook Live together. We're going to do something good with this time that we carved out. And so you can always make the best out of it. So I want to tell you a little story more into the vision thing. So my walk down like our mindset probably started like I'm a very Christian believer, but I believe your mind is so powerful, and I don't think it's anything that I share, I don't believe is ungodly. I believe it's totally godly, and it's a wonderful thing if you can understand the power of your mind. So Wendy Palmisano is also NMD on our team. She's like my sister in the Juice Plus family. And she had this picture once. Just imagine a picture of two men digging a tunnel. And one comes down and he digs a little ways and he gives up just short of striking gold. And the other person digs down the tunnel and digs all the way and he hits gold, right? I kept thinking about this. And in 2019, my world was like crash, fall apart, because my grandmother, who was eating Juice Plus, passed away. And I was there when she left this world, and I was holding her hands, and it just hit me really hard to say goodbye. And I wanted to give up on my Juice Plus business. My numbers were down, my team was down, and I felt like giving up. I was like, I don't know what to do. If you ever feel that way, lean in. I just leaned into my upline. I told her how I was really feeling, and she supported me through it. And even my upline, multiple people, right? They can all support you through it. And maybe this is a good thing to say here, because so many people are facing grief in the last 3 years. Leanne Gordon Asolda, she said to me, people that can experience deep levels of grief, they also experience super high highs after that, like super joy. And it's true. Like, I've been super sad, but I've also been super happy and super high. So I just pushed through. I kept digging, right? In that tunnel. 2020 happened and it changed everything for me. It's like striking gold. My first senior sales coordinator soared to NMD before me, part of that 24 club right there. And the lies crept in my head. I thought, I'm not enough. I can't lead. And I remember Elton Du Bois, he called me and he said, what's keeping you from NMD? And I said, I don't think I'm a good leader. And he's like, I don't believe that for 1 minute. You are a good leader, so lead. And so I had to change my mindset, right? That's why I changed. And I have that mantra, lead with love. Whenever I thought I'm not a good leader, erase, lead with love, reprogram the mind, right? The things we think about is the things we bring about. And I have this little sign that says, if you change your mindset, you can change your world. And it's so true. So that fall, I ended up going to Atlanta, finally got to go to Q school. I've been Q for 2 years. And here I listened to Terry. And Terry's up there and she's talking about closing your eyes. You can do it right now. Close your eyes and imagine what it feels like when you're an NMD. Walking onto the stage. What are you wearing? What shoes do you have on? What family members are there with you? Who's standing behind you? Who's standing in front of you? What is your team doing? What shirts do they have on? What are they holding in their hands? I would even imagine the fireworks exploding. And I had my NMD song, and I would play that song. She said, play a song every morning, close your eyes and imagine this experience. I did that from October 4th, October conference, all the way until Phoenix, Arizona. And I did it. I made NMD in those 6-month window, visualizing it every single day. And if I ever did not play my Burn the Ship song, my daughter would play it for me. And so, it just happened. And sometimes I play it twice in the day. And if you haven't heard Burn the Ships by King and Country, you can go listen to it after this. But I'm going to read something to you really short from Tony Robbins. He said this. He said, we all get what we tolerate in ourselves and in other people. When you are no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes. The difference is in people is their standards, period. Everyone in the world has a list of things they think they should do. I should lose weight. I should work out. I should spend more time with my kids. I should. Then you know what? People don't do it. They don't do their shoulds, and they get mad at themselves. What changes is when your should becomes a must, when suddenly the thing you said should happen has to happen. That's when things change. That's when human beings change. It's like if you want to take an island and you're head of an army and you want to take that island, the most powerful way to take the island is to burn the boats, because there's no way going back. And it's amazing what happens when it's a must do something rather than a should. So I want to ask you, what are you tolerating right now? It's 2023. You have 90 days left in this year. What are you tolerating? And what are you willing to just give up and make it happen? For me, it was a job. I had so many other things, irons in the fire, so many plates I'm juggling, that I couldn't even focus. So when my last job ended and I couldn't even let it go, she had to decide not to renew a contract with me. I said I was leaving, but I would work from home and do a contract and do social media work, because then it was I had a cushion, I had a little something besides my Juice Plus. And when she said, I'm not renewing that, that's over, period. I had a choice. Do I go get another job, or am I all in for Juice Plus? And I went all in, and I have not worked another business besides the Juice Plus business since August of 2022. So it's fully funded and paid for all of my dreams, my trips, taking my daughter to California last summer, and just spending time with my family, every conference. All these memories and these experiences are thanks to this business. And so it's time to dream a new dream. Where do I go from here? Here it is, my reasons and my goals. I always have something written down, and it's on my fridge. I've had my why on my fridge. My why is I want to be a stay-at-home mom before my daughter grows up too fast. Newsflash, y'all. Teenagers need you just as much as toddlers, okay? They need you. They need you present. And so that's a blessing that I get to be there. But here's my goal. I want to be a 39 club balanced NMD by October 2024, because I am never missing another one of those retreats. I want to be right there with you, Terry. And I want to buy my first home, so with my own secure place to call my own, where people feel welcome to come and visit and stay. I want my nieces and nephews to be able to come and feel safe. I want Kira to have a place always to come back to, because I didn't have that as a young adult. And so I have this on my fridge, and I read it every time I fill up water. Every time I fill up the glass of water, I'm reading my why and my next goal, my next vision. IMD, here I come. I'm not going to stop. We have to keep going and keep stretching and finding the new dream. So find your theme song, find your group to rally around you, because it's worth it at the top. Full benefits package, vision, dental, medical, chiropractic, massage, tuition reimbursement, what our company is so generous. And now we get to pay it forward because of all these incentives that we have. And I'm just so thrilled for that. And thank you, Terry, for letting me share.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? All right. You have really, something resonated with me so deeply when you talked about what we tolerate. And this message was for me tonight. And I didn't realize that that I have always said what we tolerate, we invite. And yet I had to see something in my own life differently when you were saying that. So thank you for sharing. All right, here's a vision. All right, you and I at the next 39 Club retreat, we're hanging by the pool, okay? Sharing a glass of something. All right, so if you need a new vision, okay, all right, let's focus on that. You picture your bathing suit, I'll picture mine. All right, 39 Club. All right, girl, that's your new vision. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so this incentive, I know you've got some team members tonight, you know, for October, $22 to become a partner, $30 off, $90 worth of free samples with that first order, and then double the retail profit. Are you kidding? For partners and partner pluses and QSCs. I mean, a quad goes from $42 to $84. That's just the retail profit. A trio from $30 to $60, a duo 20 to 40. Tell me, Leala, what would that mom 10 years ago would have done with this kind of incentive?
I think it's just amazing because they're even paying that bonus weekly. So like so many people are doing odd jobs right now because they need money now, not on the 10th of the next month. They need it now. So our company has blessed us this month. I would have immediately got some girlfriends together, or like what I tell my team is like, let's get on Zoom, let's do a little launch party. And I challenge them to invite 20 people, maybe 5 are going to show up, you know, let's go for it. Let's not hold back. And definitely lean into your leaders. It's almost too much. I've actually told people on my team, like, say less and let some things be surprises. I signed up a new partner yesterday and she said, oh, is this free samples I'm getting too? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. You're going to get 30 free samples too. She's like, oh, the juice plus. I'm like, yeah. So you don't have to tell them everything if they love the idea. Let some things be some happy surprises, because like it's a lot, right?
It is a lot. Okay, so talk to me about a launch party. So you bring on a new affiliate, a new partner. So is a launch party like a friends and family Zoom? Is that what it is? Tell me what you do at a launch party. Because I mean, you got 41 new affiliates thus far in your organization from these incentives. So talk to me a little bit about a launch party.
Yeah, so it's super simple. I just did one with my cousin. The PowerPoint is on the hub. So all you're doing, and I can send you the link, Terry, after, so you don't have to go hunt for it. But basically all you're doing is you are telling them to invite their friends to listen. Don't worry about your wallet. Just come listen what I just got into. I can't wait for you to learn about it. And I share, and I allow space for them to share their why. And I work on their why with them one-on-one. Why did you join? Why is Juice Plus important to you? What makes you excited? You just want them to share that portion. And then the leader is going to share what Juice Plus is, the research, the kids free, and you know, what makes us different. And then we just let them either place orders on their own or do follow-up calls. Some people aren't strong enough yet. So after the Zoom, say, hey, let's schedule some calls with those people who are on. Who are you most excited about? And ask if they'll get on the phone with me, because now they've had a warm introduction on Zoom. So then now we can talk to them over the phone. Usually by the time I'm done with them on the phone, they're placing their orders. And trying to help that partner get that $100 bonus, like there's no excuse not to. Let's help them get that as quickly as possible. And just know there's a little space if they don't make it, but I don't put too much pressure on them. I just like, who can we talk to? You know, like, who do you know? Let's work on the memory jogger list. Let's, you know, give them a list of examples of who they might know, the mailman, your salon, your neighbor, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, help jog their memory so they can start making the list. And then you can brainstorm with them together. Like, oh, why do you think your neighbor would like Juice Plus? Oh, because she has 2 little kids and I would love to introduce Healthy Starts to them. Okay, here's a Healthy Starts short video. You can send them this, and if they have questions, see if they'll get on the phone with me. It's more of a body to body business. We can't automate everything. We have to show up authentically and let people hear our voice. And people are starving for connection right now, starving. So if you can just be that one person that listens and responds, you're going to help them place the order before you even give the price point, because they like you. They like your attention and your care, and they like that you care about them. So now they're more willing to order.
A body to body business. Yeah, it's not contractual. This is not a contractual business. This is a relationship business. I've never heard it called a body to body. I love that, Leela. I love that. All right. So imagine all of the affiliate partners that come to team and they sit at that partner level. Imagine, okay, if we got all of them encouraged, inspired, worked with them to have a launch party. And Leela said, invite 20 and maybe 5 will show up, but that's all it takes to get to Partner Plus. That's brilliant, Leela. That's brilliant. And you use already created PowerPoint that's on the hub. Guys, we got a lot of new partners on team. I'm thinking launch parties. What are you thinking? All right, this is what I want to do. We've got about 5 more minutes. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask Leela while we have her here in the Team Up hot seat? Don't be shy, because she's not. Or any encouraging words or anything that you want to share.
Okay, I do have one question for you, Leela. It's Leela, right? That's how you pronounce it?
Yes, Leela.
First of all, thank you so much for sharing and just taking the time to share your story with us. It was a gift to me, and I know it blessed so many others. But I do have one question for you. So if you were to give anybody that's coming into our company and our business, whether it's been just this year or maybe they've been sitting and they haven't been doing much, what would be one encouragement, tip, inspiration that you'd say to them for maybe getting restarted or reinvigorating or just launching?
So it goes back to my team name. It's the Dream Keepers. So we got to figure out their dream. You got to just say, hey, Abby, I'm curious. It's been a couple months, haven't heard from you. What's your dream this season? Like, what are you looking forward to accomplish? If you could do one thing by Christmas, what would that be? And you can play role play. Tell me what it is. Like, what's your dream?
What's my dream? I would say I want to add more, like, I want to lead with love, like you said, and just continue to bring people into our amazing community and share this opportunity with them. Like, that is a huge, huge dream for me right now to work towards Q.
Okay. So why is that important to you?
Because I get to stay home with my son and be present with him and be a stay-at-home mom and provide financial opportunities and possibilities for our family.
I love that. How old's your son? What's his name?
He is 15 months. His name is Bo.
Oh, okay. So why is that important for you and little 15-month-old Bo that you could be home present?
Because I get to be there for all the little moments. Today, he was absolutely overjoyed when I bought him a $2 ball at Five Below. And I, didn't have to have him with somebody else at a daycare. I was able to be with him for that moment and take a video of it. And now I get to watch it over and over again. And it brings me, so much joy as I do that.
So what I'm hearing from you is you don't want to miss out on the moments. You don't want another mama to raise your kid or a daycare. Why is that so important?
Yes.
Why? What's the dream, the bigger picture? What is it?
Creating legacy in my son and our family, and a legacy of a kingdom purpose, raising my son to love Jesus and live a life for him, and being there and him remembering that I was there and present for all of those moments. Yeah.
Is that what you had, or is that what you wish you had?
It is what I had, and I had an amazing childhood. And so I want to be able to give my son the same thing.
Yeah. So that's your dream.
Yeah.
So imagine your child's 18 years old and I can say, hey, Abby, you did it. You raised him 100%. You never left his side. You were there every ball game, every field trip, everything. Can you guys feel the emotion? I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Is your heart pounding a little faster? That is what drives our business.
Mm-hmm.
The deep why. She don't want to miss out. She don't want to be left at work and someone else raising her kid and he's probably sick all the time. But the real thing is she wants him to see his mama the way she sees her mama, right? That's the dream. That's the thing you're holding on to that's so valuable and so important. So that is going to fuel you. So if you can talk to your new people and find out each person has their own unique thing that fuels them. Then when stuff gets tough, people get sick and they're tired of talking to people and they feel like they talk to everyone, you can remind them of their dream. Hey, I remember, I'm not giving up on you. You want to be there for your son. How can we make this dream more alive? And give them moments of joy. You know, give them time to just, hey, let's do a mommy meetup. Let's go to the playground. I want to see your son. Let's play together. And you can coach and meet in person and be present. That is what drives people.
So good.
Wow.
And know the deep why.
So good. Thank you.
You're an amazing coach, Leala. Okay. Hey guys, did you hear that she just didn't ask what's your why? Why is that your why? And now why that? Why that? Why that? Until she really got down to the real heart of the matter. And that's, you know, Abby really realizing that her why is so foundational, so fundamental, that she wants to continue the legacy of the kind of family that she grew up in. And she wants Bo to probably emulate that when he becomes a father.
Yeah. And it means a lot to me because it's mine. You resonate with me and you'll attract people that are just like you. And I can tell you 10 years are going to fly by anyway. Like it took me 10 years. It's going to fly by. And like that, he's going to be 10 years old. And either you can be probably a PMD plus, living the life you desire and paying for his tutors, races, whatever, you got college already paid for, or you could still be sitting here wondering when you're going to make it. You know, it's that decision and that vision that changes it.
Wow. Leala, I told everybody, yeah, you got to be with Leala. You got to be Burn the Ship. That's your song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, stop trying to keep 100 things in the air. Burn the ship. Focus on what you want. You're an amazing lady. And thank you for gifting us with your time, your talents, and your treasures. Everybody, unmute yourself. Show Leala some team up love, would you please?
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you,
Thank you
Leala.
so much, Leala.
Amazing.
Love
Great
you.
job.
Thank you.
Great.
See you at conference.
Yes. See your
Now
son.
you're going to be attacked at conference. Wait.
You are. You are.
It'll be
Thank
attacked.
you so much.
Love you.
Thank you,
See you
Leala.
tomorrow morning.
See you.
Good night,
Yeah.
everybody. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Good night. Take care. Good night.
Right.